All right, welcome back to Schaefer Park. We are ready for game number 2 of the 3-game weekend series here between West Texas A&M and Texas A&M International. A look back at game number 1, it was a 7-1 victory for the Lady Buffs. They cruised to the win thanks to 11 hits. West Texas A&M got a couple of home runs, solo home run blasts from Gabriela Valforte. That came in the second inning. Brittany Rufus also with an RBI triple in the second inning to score another run. Lady Buffs picked up a run in the third inning and then 2 runs in the fifth, 2 runs in the sixth. Diana Murtha hit a solo home run blast as well. Winning pitcher in the game was Emily Boyer, picking up her 14th win of the season. Erica Cortez pitching for the Dust Devils, credited with the loss. We move quickly here on to game number 2, and we'll give you the batting lineup here for Texas A&M International. Leading things off, Kristen Maldonado, followed by Alanis Griego and Tajane Davis batting cleanup. Heidi Vortherms to get the start here for WT in the circle. In the first pitch, knocked back over to second base, and an easy play there for Gabby McConnell, making the throw over to first for out number 1. The pitcher for Texas A&M International to get the start in game number 2 will be Carla Ariano. Defensive lineup for the Lady Buffs. Mentioned second base, McConnell making that nice play there. First base is Megan Gerke. Johnson, the shortstop. Diana Murtha over at third base. Heidi Vortherms in the circle, and behind the plate will be the catcher, Lauren Granger. Outfield, same starters as game 1. Brittany Rufus in left field, Salzman in center field, and Julie Guzman out in right. The batter up next here for the Dust Devils is Christy Alanis. A single back in game number 1 for Alanis. See what the lefty can do here in her first at-bat, top of the first inning here in game number 2 between the Lady Buffs and Dust Devils. Good pitch, rise ball coming up and fouled back against the net. Ahead in the count is Vortherms, 1-2. And again, slap back against the net and foul. In the first game, Emily Boyer mentioned her getting the win in the circle. She allowed 6 hits, but only 1 run, struck out 7 batters, and did a really nice job, especially in some critical situations where there were 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Alanis facing a 1-2 count with 1 out, nobody on, and that one gets away from Heidi. Good eye by Alanis, hanging in there and forcing another throw. Alanis in game 1, 1 for 2. As for the Dust Devils, several players with 1 hit. No one had more than 1 in the lineup, though. 1 for 4 for Maldonado, 1 for 2 Alanis. Griego went 1 for 3, as did Tajane Davis and Victoria Maldonado. That one was close, but called ball 3. And that one misses outside, so it'll be ball 4, and taking the base is Christy Alanis. Runner on for the Dust Devils. And here is Kennedy Griego, third baseman. Up next for Texas A&M International, she'll watch the first pitch in 4, called strike 1. Just starting here, game number 2 from Schaefer Park. This one slapped over to second base, and McConnell will make the right play, just charging it and getting the runner out over at first base. Alanis will move over to second, but there are now 2 away as Tajane Davis comes up next here for the Dust Devils. Davis in game number 1 collected 1 hit, struck out a couple of times. She'll take a swing, a light swing there, and fall behind in the count 0-1. Kind of scooting up a little bit in the box is Davis. And Borthrams, that one gets away from her. Throw back to second. They nearly caught Alanis as she got off the bag a little bit too far, and Warren Granger gives her a check down there. But the runner gets back safely. The 1-1 pitch from Vorthrams. That one hit hard but foul. As Davis shows a little bit of that power right there. Just needs to straighten it out. As her head coach, Jeff Libby, gives her some encouragement from the third base side. Oh, what a pitch from Heidi. Got the batter to swing and miss, and a strikeout for Heidi Vorthrams. Lady Buffs get out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 1 walk, and no damage done there by the Dust Devils in the top of the first. We'll come back, and the Lady Buffs will start the offense with McConnell, Salzman, and Boyer due up. You're watching the Lady Buffs and the Dust Devils right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas. We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Back here at Schaefer Park during between the innings, a little George Strait music for you. And that means that in the Lady Buff dugout, a little 2-step dancing going on. So no score early in this one. As the Lady Buffs first at bat, we will see Gabby McConnell come to the plate. And McConnell had a chance to visit with her back at the beginning of the season after one of her outstanding performances. It's a really fun player, high IQ, obviously very talented both defensively and offensively, and she settled in nicely to this leadoff role here for this West Texas A&M offense. One more hit, and she'll have 50 on the season. Has scored 32 runs and leads the team with 18 stolen bases. I look at Carla Ariano, number 14 in the circle here for the Dust Devils. Ariano on the season, 6-9 record, 2.17 ERA. And this is her 18th appearance. Second on the team with 55 strikeouts. Good pitch there in for strike two. This Dust Devil team, after the Game 1 loss, now has a road record of 3-17. So away from home field, they have struggled to pick up wins this year. Did get a win at home, an impressive win back on April 1st against Lubbock Christian, 3-0. Also a good win this Tuesday. Actually, Wednesday against Angelo State. They lost twice on Tuesday to the Bells, 9-0 and 3-2, and then they came back with a strong 8-1 win in that third game. Here's the pitch from Ariano, and McConnell watches it out of the zone for ball two. We'll see if this wind will die down like I had promised it would. I was trying to play weatherman earlier in the day, which is dangerous, obviously, in Canyon, Texas. But that wind picked up about 25, almost a couple of times it looked like it was blowing 30 miles an hour in Game 1. That caused some havoc out in the outfield and made it difficult for the defenders. This one slapped down to shortstop. Should be an easy play. McConnell nearly beat the throw. It was very close. But they'll credit Kristen Maldonado with the put out there. The game time temperature right now is 58 degrees. And the winds are at 19 miles an hour. That brings up Ruby Salzman with one out. Salzman will watch the first pitch for a ball. In Game 1, Ruby 1 for 3. Also had a walk and one strikeout. Off the end of the bat. And an easy play for International. Second baseman. New second baseman here in game number 2, Eva Garcia. Able to scoop that one and make the toss for out number 2. Good play there. So quickly 2 outs. Good work so far by Carla Ariano, the pitcher for Texas A&M International. And it brings up Emily Boyer, 333 on the season. Boyer playing that designated player spot. That's what a season she has had. 132 at-bats, 44 hits, 13 home runs. And she's had some monster performances throughout the season. Offensively also has been just as good in the circle pitching for the Lady Buffs. You don't see a lot of that in the college game, where you've got players who can be very effective both pitching and hitting. But Emily Boyer, one of those rare players. And Boyer, hard hit, but a great job making the catch was the shortstop Maldonado for the third out. And so good defense. Both teams started off kind of like we started game one. No hits, no runs, and no errors. Just some good defense. We'll see the replay here. A great leather over there from the shortstop Maldonado. No score. We come back top of the second after this quick timeout on the LSC Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
All right, we start at the top of the second inning. Victoria Maldonado to lead things off for the Dust Devils. Lucas Kinsey with you here from Schaefer Park, the Thunder Vision production team, bringing you the doubleheader today. Jordan Condi, the director, up here in the press box with me, and out working the camera for us is Dalila Adime King. Made sure we got her an extra jacket and some gloves out there. It's a little cooler than what we expected, so good job out there by Dalila. No balls, one strike from the pitcher Heidi Vortherms into Maldonado. She's way up there in the box, and she'll watch that pitch a little high for ball one. In game one, Maldonado 1 for 3, also had an RBI. Only run driven in the game for the Dust Devils as they lost 7-1. Vortherms' pitch goes outside again. Heidi, Lady Buff fans, so glad to see her back and pitching. It had been past, about mid-March is the last time that Heidi Vortherms played. Suffered a little bit of an injury, and after that Oklahoma Christian game kind of got shut down, and they want her healthy, especially as the Lady Buffs get closer to the postseason. This is a very talented pitching staff. When you look at Boyer and Vortherms, the youth of the squad, and then you have Emily Wilson and Kyra Lair, who are the seniors, and both those players very talented. And then you have Emma Parrish, who is the closer. Vortherms missed there, and that draws the walk. And a leadoff base runner here for International as Maldonado takes her base, and it brings up number 27, Darian Smith. Bunt. Murtha with the throw to second base. And they nearly turned a double play. It was close, but what a play from Diana Murtha over at third. Most players are going to take this one and throw it right down to first base, but watch Murtha. As soon as she catches it, squares her shoulders, turns her body, and makes a perfect throw to get the lead runner out over at second base. That was executed nicely. So Darian Smith is safe at first, but the lead runner is out. And there is one away with Eva Garcia set to come up next. As Murtha comes over and chats with Vortherms, waiting for, I believe, a pinch runner here. We'll see if they're going to run. Yeah, they'll bring somebody in to run here for Darian Smith.
Your attention, please. Pinch running for the Dust Devils. 13, Bridget Montez.
All right, so it's over at first base now, Bridget Montez. And Eva Garcia playing second base here in game number 2 with her first at bat. And a good one for Eva Garcia. Takes the first pitch out into right center field for a base hit. Single for Garcia. Runner moves over to second. And that's how you start things off for the sophomore hometown product from Laredo, Texas. Here's Stephanie Torres, also her first time to bat here today for the Dust Devils. Vortherm's first pitch inside for ball 1. Heidi Vortherm's on the season, 5-1 record. Again, started very, very strong before running into a little bit of an injury. Good pitch there from Heidi for a strike. On the season, 58 strikeouts for Heidi. Has allowed only 7 earned runs. And a very, very low ERA of 1.32. Two balls, one strike. Watch Heidi here the next time she throws the pitch. Very unique style on the throw. She's going to bend down low, try to get all the power there from her strong lower body. Come back up, and it works for strike 2. And in the circle, it's all about a rhythm, routine, and a lot of confidence. Stephanie Torres swings and fouls it off. Count is 2-2, 1 out with runners on first and second. No score here in the top of the second inning. Good off-speed pitch and getting enough of the bat out there to foul the pitch away and stay alive is Stephanie Torres. Torres looking for her first hit of the season. Rise ball gets away from Heidi. And the count has run full, so a big pitch coming up. Dust Devils, they'll take a walk for sure. That would load the bases. And Heidi Vortherms has got to settle in here and try to find a way to collect an out. And she does. Wow. In game 1, we saw a lot of that from Emily Boyer. where you get into those tough, those tight spots, high pressure, full count. No, you really don't want to walk the batter. And look at this pitch here from Vortherms. Second strikeout of the game for Heidi, and it brings up, with 2 outs and runners on first and second, number 12, Sarah Chavez. Little low, gets past Granger, so the runners are going to move over to second and third base. Bridget Montes now down to third. Eva Garcia stands on second, 2 outs. It's a little bit of a problem in game 1, was leaving runners on base. Texas A&M International, if they can get a base hit here, they'll score the first run of the game. Fouled off the bat. And the count evens at 1-1. See Murtha and Megan Gerke get that call in and then retreat back close to the bag. Chopped foul. And you can see Sarah Chavez has good speed. I mean, she got down to first base pretty quickly there, but she'll have to come back after that one went foul. Here's pitch number 30 from Heidi Vortherms, 1-2. How about that? Another strikeout for Vortherms. Fired up after that one. And good to see number 41 doing her thing again here for the Lady Buffs. Collecting the 3rd out, showing some toughness. And what a competitor she is. Big strikeout there. Vortherms, a couple of strikeouts in the inning. No runs come across the plate. And so we'll come back. West Texas A&M will be up to bat. Murtha, Madison Johnson, and Megan Gerke when we come back after these messages.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Lucas Kinsey with you here as the Lady Buffs and the Dust Devils. No score early on, bottom of the 2nd. That could change, though, with this young lady up at the plate, Diana Murtha. Had a big home run back in game 1. First pitch low and causes Murtha to jump up out of the way. Pitcher Carla Ariano did a really good job in the first inning. Not allowing anything. Going 1-2-3 with the Lady Buffs. Murtha on the season, .358 hitter and 12 home runs. That one's low. You know, Murtha, she definitely has the power and can make things happen with the bat, but she's also pretty disciplined. She's not going to go chasing. She's going to make the pitchers throw her something she wants. That one's outside, so the count runs 3-1. And this is a count that's scary here to throw against number 12. Murtha crushes this one, giving chase and making a good play out in right field for an out. Nicely done by Sarah Chavez. So good contact from Murtha. And a really good play again. Right now that wind kind of blowing in toward the batters, and it is tricky every time it comes off the bat for these fielders. One away, and Madison Johnson up next here for West Texas A&M. Johnson back up the middle, but that one too soft and an easy play for the shortstop, Maldonado. 2 up, 2 down. And again, an excellent start for the pitcher,
Your attention, please.
Carla Ariano.
Number 9, Gabby Valforte.
All right, so Valforte was 1 for 1 in game 1. Her only at-bat. She took one out of the yard. Mentioned it was kind of a slice home run, if you will. That ball went up in the air. She hit it hard, and it moved from, started out in kind of right center, ended up over the right field fence for the solo home run blast. Let's see what Gabby does here. First pitch in for a strike. On the season, Valforte, 3 home runs, hitting .254. This one out to shallow right field, and a good job getting a jump on the ball and making the catch. For the third out is Sarah Chavez. Busy in that inning was Chavez, making a couple of good grabs through 2 innings. Nothing going on either side. No runs scored yet. We'll come back top of the third action when we return. It'll be Texas A&M International back at the plate.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
All right, a pitching change here for the Lady Buffs, as again they're being easy, being careful with Heidi Vortham's just getting back off of a little bit of an injury. So Heidi goes 2 innings of work, and then she'll give the ball to Emily Wilson. So we'll see number 19 in the circle here for the Lady Buffs. And the first batter she'll face will be Kristen Maldonado. Maldonado, the sophomore out of Georgetown, Texas. 0 for 1 today. This one chopped over to the shortstop. Nicely done there. Good arm from Madison Johnson. She has been very, very good in the field today, both in game 1 and now into game 2. Emily Wilson in the circle. These ERAs are so impressive. From one pitcher to the next, Emily throws an ERA of 1.54, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 save on the season, 24 strikeouts for Wilson. Finds the outside corner. You know, Emily just very smart the way she pitches. Throws a lot of stuff where she gets the batters to pop up or hit it off the end of the bat. Give her defense a good chance to make solid plays behind her. That one drifts outside of the zone. And again, Emily, one of the key leaders in the clubhouse. Already a national championship. And wants another one before she ends her career. Two balls, 1 strike. To the batter, Christy Alanis. Good pitch. Got Alanis to just lunge the bat out there. Evens the count at 2-2. Over at first base, want to mention Gabby Valforte defensively. Wilson, that one gets away from her, so the count is full. On deck for the Dust Devils, Kennedy Griego. And what a pitch. Alanis was not swinging. She was hoping that ball was going to be outside for ball 4. Wilson painted it perfectly. And there's 2 outs now. Look at this pitch again. Yep. Right where she wanted it. So here's Kennedy Griego, a freshman 0 for 1 today. Only 1 hit so far in this game for the Dust Devils. Lady Buffs looking for their first hit. Not much offense being generated, though, by either side. That one's up for ball 2. There's a look at Emily Wilson. Always enjoy visiting with her. Real smart player and just one of those players that you can tell she loves the game, has a lot of fun. This one hit out into left field. Rufus nearly had herself a Sports Center diving catch. Those foul balls like that, that's a fun challenge for Brittany. After the foul, we had a 2-1 count here to Kennedy Griego. All right, 3-1, so Griego ahead in the count. Wilson's got to dig in. Low, ball 4, so a walk will send Griego down to first base, and now a runner on with 2 outs. You got to be careful again with Tajane Davis coming up. Has only picked up 1 hit so far today, but again, she's the leading RBI performer for this team. Tajane, the sophomore. From Vallejo, California, and a good off-speed pitch. That's the type of pitch right there that she has struggled with today. Facing either Boyer or Vorthrams, and now Wilson. Wilson comes right back with another change-up pitch there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs with the runner over at first base, Kennedy Griego. That time it was a straight fastball, and Davis couldn't catch up, so it's 1-2. Off speed, strikeout on Davis, and they need to throw it down to first. They will, and that is the 3rd out in the inning. So great job there by Emily Wilson. Lady Buffs get out of the inning. No hits, no runs, and no errors. Defensively, again, pitcher's game so far. Lady Buffs back to bat when we come back after these messages.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Mentioned earlier it was George Strait. Now they've got Brooks and Dunn playing. I don't know if this country music has anything to do with the low scoring output, but it's kind of this smooth music that the fans are enjoying. And yeah, it's a pitcher's duel right now. Not much offense. Lady Buffs are still looking for the first hit of the game. It's still early in the bottom of the 3rd. But we'll see if Julie Guzman can get things going for West Texas A&M. Lady Buffs, 38 wins, 5 losses, a number 14 ranking, and trying to finish the conference regular season strong. Already picked up a 7-1 win earlier today. It's been solid pitching to this point, though, from the young lady in the circle, number 14, Carla Ariano. Ariano, just a sophomore. A lot of youth on this Dust Devil team. She's out of Harlingen, Texas. Harlingen, out of a transfer from Coastal Bend Junior College. 1-1 count early here to Guzman. That one close, but Guzman does such a great job. I mean, she's very disciplined, does not swing usually at bad pitches, even on that one, which was not a bad pitch at all, but one that was close. She's going to watch it all the way in. That one's outside for ball 3, so she's ahead in the count. Julie knows if she can get on base, even if it's through a walk, there's a good chance she can scoot over to second. Hopefully in this case, give Lauren Granger, who's on deck, a chance to do some damage. Julie swings away at that inside fastball and fouls it away. Her teammates in the dugout giving a big chant, trying to encourage Julie on which way she needs to hit the ball so she can get it in play and get on base. Let's see if the cheering does the job. Guzman will watch that pitch low for ball 4, and she'll go down to first base. Lead off walk. So still for Carla Ariano. Just have to step off, take a deep breath, because really no damage done. I mean, the walk gives the Lady Buffs a runner, but she still hasn't allowed a hit. And the most important thing for the Dust Devils is still no runs on the board for the home team Lady Buffs. Here's Lauren Granger, freshman catcher. Her first plate appearance today. And Granger, a .256 hitter this season. She's out of the state of Minnesota. Manitoka out of Hopkins High School, the 5'7" catcher. And we've seen her this season. I mean, she's got power. Ten hits, 10 RBI, a double and a home run. Right now, Granger squares up. Guzman at first, gets a jump, and that's a strikeout there. Good pitch from Ariano to sit down Granger for the first out in the inning, and it brings up Rufus. Look at this pitch. Yep, Granger looked like she thought about it, pulled back, and needed to pull the trigger there. So good bounce back out there for Ariano, and now she'll face Brittany Rufus, who was hot in game 1, 3 for 3. She'll slap this one over to second base. The flip, no. Guzman is going to not only get to second, but she's going to reach third as the ball gets past the glove of the shortstop. The throw from second base was off the mark a little bit there as Eva Garcia tried to flip it to Maldonado, and now there are runners on the corners. Look at this. Gets right past, and it didn't get past much, but with Guzman, her speed, she was quickly moving over to third base. So now speed at third, and also even more speed over at first base with Rufus, and some speed at the plate with McConnell. They'll throw down to second, let Rufus take the bag, and that is the smart play. Make sure you don't allow Guzman to score home. We've seen a lot of teams mess up, though, when the Lady Buffs are aggressive here. You just cannot worry about Rufus behind with Guzman over at third. 0-1 count to Gabby McConnell. That's a good pitch in for strike 2. Ariano showing some good stuff here. If McConnell can find a way to get on first base, she's got on deck Ruby Salzman. The other good thing is a base hit is going to score at least one, but probably two with Rufus standing on second. McConnell hits it deep into shortstop. Rufus is safe at third. A run scores as Guzman crosses home plate. Now Gabby McConnell is going to make a throw to second base. McConnell is safe at second. Rufus is at third. And that's a win-win-win for the Lady Buffs.
Number 7, Ruby Salzman.
One run is on the board. A really nice job by McConnell of staying with that pitch. And where she hit it, it made it a nearly impossible play for the defense of Texas A&M International. Ruby grounded out in her first at-bat to second base. It's for Ruby standards, it's been a quiet day. But I'm hoping and feeling that that is about to change. She'll lay down a bunt and it goes foul, just trying to put one out there and allow this speed that we see to just do its thing. I mean, when you have Rufus on third, you have McConnell on second, and you have Salzman with the bat in her hands, it is three very athletic, quick players offensively for the Lady Buffs. Let's see what Ariano does. Inside pitch, she gets Salzman to foul it off. And Ruby's down 0-2 in the count. Still just one away for the Dust Devils. Salzman fouls this one. And the fans saying, battle, Ruby, battle, and no doubt she will. On deck is Emily Boyer. Salzman into the bat over to second base. That'll score a run. And out over at first, but an RBI for Salzman as Rufus is able to score the second run of the game. And again, just a good job by Ruby. 0-2 behind in the count there. Fouls off a couple of pitches and then is able to put one in play and score her teammate. Good job there by Salzman. And it's 2-0 West Texas A&M. Gives Boyer a chance with McConnell down at third base now. First pitch hit hard, but third baseman right on the money there. Good play for the Dust Devils. Credit Kennedy Griego with the third out. And that's how they get out of the inning. Lady Buffs score 2 runs, though. As you see the play here from Griego. And now Texas A&M International with some work to do as we move to the top of the fourth. It's a 2-0 lead for the home team, Lady Buffs.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Lady Buffs score the 2 runs in the bottom of the third inning. So Texas A&M International with some work to do, and Emily Wilson in a groove here. Nicely done. First pitch over to shortstop, and Madison Johnson makes the good defensive play. And there's quickly one out. It'll bring up Darian Smith next for Texas A&M International. Not many hits in the game. One hit, 1 for 11 for each team right now. It's just been a pretty quick game as well. I mean, already into the top of the fourth, as each team's defense has been very stiff. First pitch in for a strike against Smith. 0 for 1 today. Fielder's choice in the second reached base. Good pitch again, Wilson. I like the way Wilson works. I mean, just throws the pitch, gets right back on the rubber, and she's ready to go. And look at that one, past the batter for another strikeout for Emily Wilson.
Number 3 for Emily Wilson.
Ball kind of coming up as it hits the glove of Lauren Granger. Next up is Eva Garcia, second baseman. Only hit of the game for the Dust Devils coming from this young lady. She'll watch a high fastball miss for ball 1. That one's fouled down the third base side, evening the count at 1-1. A reminder, the two teams will play Game 3 tomorrow at noon, and we'll have that game for you right here on the LSC Digital Network. Wilson rocking and firing there. Wow. One and two. Is this going to be some heat or a little bit of trickery? It's hit down to Murtha, and the home plate umpire calls foul ball, I believe. It was the call, so the batter will come back. That was a great play by Murtha to snag that ball in the glove and then make the throw over to first base, but all for naught as it's ruled foul. 1-2 count. Back to the batter's box goes Eva Garcia. That one's up. Missed ball 2. A single in the second inning for Eva Garcia. Wilson inside jammed her, fouled it back. In this inning, we've seen Maldonado ground out to short. Darian Smith strike out swinging, and now it's Eva Garcia with 2 outs. Stays with the pitch, hits it out into right center field, and Salzman with the shades on, puts the hand up, says, I got this, and collects the catch for the third out. Nothing there in the top of the fourth. As you see the replay on this last pitch, and the All-American center fielder taking care of business defensively for the Lady Buffs will come back with West Texas A&M up to bat in the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 lead for the Lady Buffs.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. towels get fluffier, showers stay hotter for longer, and our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
We move to the bottom of the fourth inning here in game number 2 of the series between West Texas A&M and Texas A&M International. Not much offense, but enough for the Lady Buffs. They built a 2-0 lead, each team with just one hit. Diana Murtha watches the first pitch slide almost into the strike zone, but just a little in for ball 1 from Carla Ariano, pitcher here for the Dust Devils. Murtha, that one's going to drop out in left field. She's going to turn, head for second, and a stand-up double for Diana Murtha. One of the most difficult batters for pitchers in the Lone Star Conference to get out. And Murtha starts the party here in the bottom of the fourth. See what Madison Johnson can do. Madison 0 for 1 here in game 2. Back in game 1, Madison was 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. First pitch is low. This one hit high, and it is gone. MJ with some hang time there. A 2-run blast for Madison Johnson, and it is quickly 4-0 West Texas A&M. Watch how she stays down. Waits till it drops right into the zone. And Madison Johnson continues her strong day today. Make it 4 RBI for the junior shortstop, and it is 4-0, no outs. Gabby Valforte up next. Pitch is outside. Good pitch, and that one passed Valforte for a strike. Another good pitch in for strike 2. And that wind has finally died down some. It's now showing 16 miles an hour. Valforte puts it up in the air. Both outfielders giving chase, and it'll be the right fielder that comes up and makes the catch for the first out in the inning. Credit Sarah Chavez. She's made several good plays in game 2 here for the Dust Devils. So it brings up Julie Guzman next. Ariano not missing much there. Another ball, so it's 2-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Guzman walked her last time up. And she's way ahead in the count now. 3 balls, no strikes. Guzman, went down, but that one fouled out of play. Lauren Granger on deck for the Lady Buffs. And she'll watch that one low and inside. 2 walks in this game for Julie Guzman.
Catcher, Lauren Granger.
And it'll bring up Granger. She's determined to get back up, strike out in the 3rd looking. Bet she'll be swinging the bat here. Guzman, yep, hard swing from Granger. Yes, ma'am. Just crushed that ball. I had a feeling she was going to have some extra determination on her second at-bat, and she wasted no time. The first pitch, look at this. There's Guzman over at first, and whack. Hit so hard that the shortstop, Maldonado, had a hard time fielding that one. They'll charge it as an error, but nonetheless, great offense there from Granger. She'll come out, and a pinch runner as Nikki Warren will come on for the Lady Buffs. Warren at first, Guzman at 3rd, and Rufus up to bat, and a good call here by Texas A&M International. Scott Libby's going to talk to his team, and I'm not sure if he'll make a pitching change, but the most important thing here is he's going to come into the meeting here in the circle and say, we've got to be smart. Texas A&M International cannot let the Lady Buffs' aggressive base running lead to an easy run, which is easy for me to say up here. It's been hard for teams to accomplish throughout the season. Our score right now, 4-0, West Texas A&M. 2 runs in the 3rd, and now 2 runs here in this bottom of the 4th inning. But today it's been excellent defense both in Game 1 and in Game 2. Just 1 run scored in the first game, 7-1 victory for WT. All right, Scott Libby gives his last-minute instructions defensively. And here's Rufus. Rufus reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. And they'll let Nikki Warren take second base. No throw from the catcher, and that's, again, a smart play there. Salzman down at 3rd. Excuse me, Guzman at 3rd, and Warren at second base. Rufus will square up. Late swing, fouled off. Behind in the count here is Brittany Rufus. No balls, 2 strikes. Ariano trying to get out of trouble. That one misses. Lady Buffs came into the inning with only 1 hit. A couple of hits picked up, so now 3 of 15 as a team. International 1 of 13. After being behind 0-2, Rufus has watched 3 straight balls. So now it's a full count. 1 out. Runners on second and third for West Texas A&M. Rufus hits it out into left field, drifting foul, and that one looked like it was going to be an out. And for the Dust Devils, unfortunately, it's not picked up. And Rufus goes back to the box. Stephanie Torres was giving chase, but again, to her defense, that ball pushed, started fair and drifted foul. Ariano's payoff pitch hit nearly in the same spot, but now it'll go foul into the bullpen. Rufus, that pushes through a base hit, score 1. Here comes the second runner, and it's a 2 RBI single for Brittany Rufus. What a day she has had. Make it 6-0 West Texas A&M. Goes down low and drives it.
Second baseman, Gabby McConnell.
So after a quiet first 2 innings, the Lady Buffs have now tacked on 6 runs, and they're not done yet. McConnell will hit this one out into shallow center field. Rufus got a big jump and has to slide back to first base. Some of the Lady Buff fans getting a little nervous there, and Rufus says, I got this. I know how far I can get off the bag before I got to get back. And that is some serious speed there. So there's 2 outs after the catch is made. Good catch out in center by Christy Alanis. Ruby Salzman back into the box with Rufus standing on first. Carla Ariano has allowed just only 3 of the 6 runs. That one's fouled off. 67 pitches for Ariano. Salzman, a couple of ground outs today, but her second one was an RBI, driving home a base runner on third for the Lady Buffs. And again, Ruby in the top 5 all-time in RBI for West Texas A&M. There's another stolen base for Rufus. Three balls, 1 strike. Salzman loves this count right here. Chops it foul. Four runs scored in this inning by the Lady Buffs. So the score now 6-0 West Texas A&M. Salzman, high fastball. She puts it up in the air, and at the warning track it was dropped. Could have been out number 3, but the ball dropped out of the glove. Rufus will score, make it 7-0. The inning goes on, and Salzman is on second base. Tough play here. This will be an error, and one that needed to be caught for Texas A&M International. Frustrating play there. So it is now 7-0 West Texas A&M leads in the bottom of the fourth. If they can get another run, now they give themselves a chance for a run rule. Moving to the fifth. Boyer, hard hit. Should be a playable ball, and it is. So catch made out in center by Alanis, and that will end the inning. The Lady Buffs score 5 runs off of 3 hits. Also 2 errors defensively by the Dust Devils. So it's a touchdown lead here for West Texas A&M. We're back with more softball after these messages on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Bottom of the fourth, 5 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 Dust Devil errors, 1 runner.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Back to Schaefer Park as we move to the top of the 5th inning. 7-0 lead for West Texas A&M. What a great bottom of the 4th for WT. And Emily Wilson, who has looked outstanding here in game number 2. The ball in her hand, confident in the circle and ready to go. Up to bat for Texas A&M International, this will be Stephanie Torres, left fielder. First pitch, chopped down to first base. Gerke, number 27, the first baseman, makes the good play defensively for out number 1.
Right fielder Sarah Chavez.
This game, too, has turned into a combination of excellent pitching, both from Vortherms, who started, went a couple of innings. Wilson in relief. Great defense by the Lady Buffs. And then the offense opened up in that 3rd and 4th inning. Here's Sarah Chavez, right fielder. Strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. This one will push through out into right field. Guzman to throw to first for an out. Julie Guzman. We know the right fielder has a very strong arm. She charges the play here. Watch this. You hit it out in the outfield, think you got a single. Nope. Out number 2. So now 2 away. And it brings up the shortstop, number 8, Kristen Maldonado. Ground out in the 1st, ground out in the 3rd. Pops it up. McConnell will call it and come up and make the catch. Wow. Quick work from Wilson. 1, 2, 3 goes Texas A&M International. And a good job there. Wilson kind of gets out of the way and lets the second baseman come up, make the play. Lady Buffs going to try to close the door here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They need just 1 run. We'll come back, see how it turns out here from Schaefer Park.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Seven 0 lead for West Texas A&M as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. For WT, they have gotten 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll see what they do next. And for WT as a team, 4 hits. Also for the Dust Devils, they've struggled defensively with 3 errors. Just 1 hit for the visitors from Laredo, and they have also stranded 4 base runners. Temperature's cooling off a little bit now. Pitcher still number 20, Tessa Ramirez. And she'll face Diana Murtha. So Tessa Ramirez will be the new pitcher for Texas A&M International. Tough task here as the first batter she faces is dangerous. That pitch called strike. Murtha up with Madison Johnson behind her. Johnson, again, has a 2-run home run already in this game. Pitch goes up in the zone for a ball. I want to remind the fans, tomorrow we'll have Game 3 of the series starting at noon right here at Schaefer Park. Ramirez checks the wristband, throws that one in. Good pitch on the outside for strike 2. 1-2. She's ahead in the count. Tried to get that inside corner as Murtha was crowding the box, crowding the plate, and it just missed. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one off the bat, out into right field, drifting foul, and wow, good catch. Coming over to make that in foul territory is Sarah Chavez. And give her some props. She has been very good out in right field today.
Shortstop, Madison Johnson.
So it brings up Madison Johnson. She has been really, really solid today, both in Game 1 and in Game 2. Johnson 1 for 2, again with that 2-run homer in her last at-bat. Watches the first pitch up for ball 1. That time she gets jammed on the inside part of the plate and inside part of the bat, and so it's fouled off. 1-1. Johnson will settle back. Take a deep breath and get back in the box. And this should be an easy play, and it is. Second out popped up to the second baseman for out number 2. So Dust Devils, they're not done. They don't want to give up that 8th run here in the 5th inning. Good catch made by Eva Garcia. Now Megan Gerke up. Can she get something started with 2 outs? A little karaoke party going on with the Lady Buffs in the dugout, continuing Megan Gerke's walk-up song. Gerke, the 5'9" junior from Alexandria, South Dakota. She's going to pop this one up, and Alanis will come up, make the catch for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Lady Buffs in the bottom of the 5th inning. So we'll play some more softball. You see this last one here. Good pitching from number 20, Tessa Ramirez. They get the out, and now can the Dust Devils get some offense generated? We'll find out when we come back. 7-0 lead for the Lady Buffs. We move to the top of the 6th inning.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
We move to the top of the 6th inning, and we're going to see Emma Parrish come on to pitch here for West Texas A&M. Emily Wilson was outstanding for the Lady Buffs in the circle. Again, 3rd pitcher of the game is Heidi Vortherms started, went a couple of innings, handed it to Wilson, and now Wilson will hand it to Parrish, who has some purple in her hair. Go back a couple weeks ago in West Texas A&M, they did a fan poll on social media, asked the fans to vote on what color Parrish needed to dye her hair, and purple was the winning color. So Parrish is going to work. First batter up here will be Krista Gomez. Her first plate appearance, the freshman number 42. And Parrish able to get that one nearly past the batter, fouled back 0-2 count. She, of the pitchers for West Texas A&M, Emma, she throws the fast stuff. I mean, she comes in and really brings it to the batters. Ahead in the count at 0-2. Does have a little bit of an off-speed pitch, but most of the time Emma's trying to throw smoke. Perfectly placed pitch. Batter frozen for a strikeout and a quick out there for the Lady Buffs. Update for you, the baseball game behind us at Wilder Park. 7-3 win in Game 2 for West Texas A&M, so they go 1-1 today against St. Mary's. And they'll wrap up the series tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Jasmine Cameron, the next batter here for Texas A&M International, and Parrish looking sharp. Gets another quick strike there. Nobody on, one out for the Dust Devils. That one gets away from Parrish. Emma from Frankfort, Illinois, out of Lincoln Way East High School. And the scary thing for West Texas A&M opponents, especially in conference, in the Lone Star Conference, is Emma's just a sophomore. So of the three of the five pitchers, two are sophomores, one's a freshman, and there's another strike thrown past the batter, 1-2. Strikeout, throws it right past the batter, so Emma Parrish showing off as she comes in here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 up, 2 down. A little early on the swing from Cameron. Next batter up is going to be Riley. Number 9, Hannah Riley, and that one an easy play for Gerke. She'll field it cleanly, step on the bag. Nothing going in the 6th inning for Texas A&M International as West Texas A&M. Emma Parrish comes in, and Emma Parrish delivers in the circle. A couple of strikeouts, and then that one off the bat, handled easily by Gerke. We'll come back, see if West Texas A&M can get that one run they need to wrap this thing up. 7-0 lead as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Back with more softball right after this message.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
We start the bottom of the 6th inning. And a new batter here for WT. It's going to be Maddie Geidel, the junior from Kewaskum, Wisconsin, will step in. 7-0 lead. And in the circle, Tessa Ramirez, she was very good in the bottom of the 5th. After the WT had scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th, Ramirez didn't allow anything in the 5th. West Texas A&M looking for 1 run, trying to close the deal. That one's in for a strike, evening the count at 1-1. In game 1, it was 7-1. The final, West Texas A&M picking up the win. So in both games, it's been outstanding defense, great pitching, and then the offense slow in the beginning, but it's come alive in both performances. In game 2 particular, McConnell 1 for 3, Murtha 1 for 3, Madison Johnson 1 for 3 with a 2-run blast. Rufus 1 for 2. Brittany has been on fire today. She was 3 for 3 in game 1. That pitch from Ramirez misses outside, evening the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Geidel. Fouled off. Geidel staying in there. On the season, Maddie, a 182 hitter. This is her 12th plate appearance, a couple of hits, 3 RBI. Still looking for her first home run this season. She'll watch that one inside, 3-2. On deck is catcher Lauren Granger. And Geidel's going to foul it off again. And that's got to be frustrating for the pitcher. Ramirez just forcing her to get back in there and throw another strike. And she does just that. Good pitch from Ramirez on the outside. Gets Maddie to swing and miss. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Catcher number 34, Lauren Granger.
So Granger's up to bat here. Was that last strikeout? On deck, looks like Ruby Moore is set to bat next. Good eye there from Granger to lay off that pitch that was up and away. The freshman catcher here in game 2, 0 for 2. A strikeout in the 3rd. Reached in the 4th, hit the ball really hard, and they charged an error to the shortstop for Texas A&M International off the glove. Right now, Lauren ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That one's in for a strike. Granger hits it up in the air, and that one drifting foul. Good catch out in left field made by number 16, Stephanie Torres, and there are 2 outs. Pretty good contact from Granger, but not enough power. And again, a good track out in left field by Torres.
Your attention, please. Now batting for West Texas A&M, number 31, Ruby Moore.
All right, we've seen Ruby Moore, that is, do some good things throughout the season. Limited action, but number 31, talented young player, just a freshman, will step in, and the lefty will have a chance here. Nobody on with 2 outs, and the Lady Buffs needing, again, just 1 run. It's been hard to come by, though, with the new pitcher, Tessa Ramirez, and she gets a strike there on the first pitch. That time it's outside. Good attempt by the catcher, Marina Martinez, to frame that one, but home plate umpire Blue says that was a ball. Head coach Michael Mook trying to move to 5-1 all-time against Texas A&M International. Lady Buffs trying to win what would be a 5th straight against the Dust Devils. And if they can hold on and win this one, it'll be win number 39 on the season. That pitch misses for ball 3. 3-1 the count goes to. And on deck, if Moore can reach base, it'll be Riley Steiner that will step up next. A little late on the swing, and it's fouled off. Team hitting summary, West Texas A&M 4 hits, 24 at-bats, which is not great, 167, but Texas A&M International, 1 of 19 for an average of .053, and there's a base hit. Ruby Moore, she's going to go for 2 and slide in safely with a double. And her teammates love that. They show some love for the great hit and then the aggressiveness, the hustle around the base from first to second, and Moore has given Riley Steiner an opportunity here. Base hit, potentially could be a walk-off. And again, Steiner, another one of these players, younger, just a sophomore out of San Ramon, California, that has some good potential. We saw her do some good things earlier in the season. In fact, Steiner has a walk-off home run to her resume already this year. Good pitch, in for a strike. Fouls it off, so she's behind 0-2, and you like to see what Coach Mook is doing here. Up 7-0, obviously a comfortable lead, but he's putting some reserve players in a critical spot. You got a chance pressure situation if you're Moore or if you're Riley Steiner to come up, get the bat in your hand, and make a big play for your team. Big swing, but right past the batter for the strikeout, and that is, I think, the third out in the inning. Everybody's still standing in place, but yes, that is the third out, and so Texas A&M International will have at least one more at-bat. When we come back, Lady Buffs will try to close this game out. It's 7-0. We move to the top of the 7th here from Schaefer Park.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Again, the solid country music continues. I believe this is Sammy Kershaw. So it's worked. It has worked for West Texas A&M here in Game 2. 7-0 lead for the Lady Buffs. The Dust Devils with at least one more opportunity here. They've got to get something going, though, as, again, they've only had one hit in this game. And the way that Emma Parrish pitched in the 6th inning, It's going to be a tall task here for Texas A&M International. Thunder Vision production crew doing a great job in both games for us. The director, Jordan Condi, up here with me, and on the cameras, Dalila Adiami King. Fouled off, dangerously fouled over there toward the Dust Devil dugout. Coach Mook will come over, and they're going to make a defensive substitution. You're going to see Murtha come out at third base, and checking in will be Heaven Moreno, the freshman from Amarillo. Randall High School product. Count 0-1 to the batter, Marina Martinez, and what a catch. Megan Gerke over at first base. Megan on the money. They say third base is the hot corner. You got to be ready to go over at first as well, though. And Gerke, we've seen her make some really solid plays defensively throughout the season. She's able to snag this one for the first out. It'll bring up the next batter here, Felicity Bernal, for the Dust Devils with one out. Parrish trying to come on and shut down Texas A&M International. Hopefully get the Lady Buffs the win. Again, it would be a 39th win of the season. Lady Buffs 20-1 at home, trying to move to 21-1 here at Schaefer Park. Such a tough place for teams to come in and get wins. The home crowd advantage, the Lady Buffs just seem to always rise to the occasion when they're playing at Schaefer Park. One's across the board, one ball, one strike, and one out, nobody on. Martinez will watch this one. Actually, that's Bernal, excuse me. Watch it low for ball two. Parrish's pitch thrown hard, but it's low, ball three. So starting to get away from Parrish here. Moreno will fire it down to first, gets away from her though, and Gerke unable to make what would have been a very difficult stop over at first base. So with one out, the Dust Devils will have a runner reach first.
Second baseman, Eva Garcia.
Eva Garcia up to bat next here for Texas A&M International. Again, one out now, runner on first. Chopped foul. Good pitch, and that one was off speed. They throw down to first to check the runner, but she's safe. So Parrish ahead at no balls, two strikes. Here in the top of the seventh inning, Lady Buffs, 7 runs. They got 2 in the bottom of the third, and then exploded for 5 runs in the bottom of the fourth inning. That time it's fouled off. And the Lady Buffs pitching staff came into today's game as a team, 1.72 ERA. That's going to drop even more. Only 1 run allowed in the first game, nothing so far here in game 2. And today we saw Emily Boyer, Heidi Vortherms, Emily Wilson, and now Emma Parrish. And Parrish misses on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. After being ahead 0-2, it's now 2-2. So battling up in the box is Eva Garcia. That one chopped high in the air. Parrish got to make a quick throw to first. Gerke hangs on, and the runner is out at first. So Garcia nearly got that one. You talk about a high bounce. I didn't know if this one was going to come down. And Parrish had to throw over to first just about as hard as she does from the circle to home plate. Pitch thrown past the batter for a strike. This is number 16, Stephanie Torres. Oh for 2 here in game 2, a strikeout and then a ground out in the 5th. That one gets away from Parrish outside for ball 1. So, again, for the Dust Devils here in Game 2 as a team, 1 for 22 at the plate. In Game 1, they collected 6 hits, but only 1 run. That's on the inside corner for a strike 1-2. So now potentially 1 pitch away from another victory. Two and two is the count from Parrish to Stephanie Torres. Runner safely back to second base, and the count is full. Here's the payoff pitch from Emma Parrish. Past the batter, the purple hair, Emma Parrish comes in, does the job for 2 innings. With a big strikeout there, that'll give the Lady Buffs a win in Game 2, 7-0. Let's look at that last pitch. Great job there by Emma Parrish, striking out Stephanie Torres to wrap up game number 2. Again, a 7-0 win for West Texas A&M. They win game 1, 7-1. So the 2 wins against Texas A&M International run the record to 39-5 for West Texas A&M. They'll improve to 30-5 in Lone Star Conference play. And again tomorrow, Lady Buffs will take on Texas A&M International at noon right here at Schaefer Park. Here in just a little bit, we'll take a break, and I'll head down, have a chance to visit with one of the Lady Buff players, and also head coach Michael Mook. Final score, again, 7-0 here in game number 2. It goes to West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. Get 2 runs in the third, 5 runs in the fourth. That's all they needed as they hold Texas A&M International to just 1 hit. Great job pitching from Heidi Vortherms, Emily Wilson, and Emma Parrish.
Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
You score 14 runs today, Brittany. Get the job done offensively and defensively. Brittany Rufus joining me. And first, let's talk about this team with you, the Lady Buffs. The long win streak that you were on earlier in the week came to an end. St. Edward's got a win, but it was a close game. You guys came back, got the win the very next day, and then it looked like you were very sharp and determined today.
Right. So going into today, we were just trying to get back into our game and realizing, who we are, and just trying to perform to our best and let that game go and just go into this game with a different mentality.
Well, speaking of your game is base running, and the Lady Buffs as a team had 8 stolen bases in game 1, finished that up with 4 stolen bases in game 2. You, by yourself, Brittany, let's see, had 2 stolen bases in game 2. You had 3 stolen bases in game 1. Talk about, there's so much speed on this team. I mean, this season, it's not just a couple of players. There's a lot of players that once they reach base, good things happen.
Yeah, for me, it's just getting on. I like to run around the bases. It's really fun. But, yeah, we've got a lot of speed on this team, and I think it's going to do us well here when we get to postseason.
We were talking about the wind, especially in game 1. It was tough. I mean, talk about your perspective from the outfield defensively, trying to judge fly balls. It was difficult. We seem to do a pretty good job with it, but that's tough.
Well, living in Canyon all throughout the year, we kind of get used to it, so the wind wasn't really a factor for us, honestly. And with the help of the coaches, we figured out how to play it well. But, just living here, you get used to it real quick.
Offensively, obviously had 2 great games, Brittany, and you can do a lot of different things with the bat. I mean, it's hard I think it's got to be hard for the defenses to know what you're going to do. You can hit for power, you can bunt, you can slap. Talk about what you were seeing today offensively in your performance.
Just reading the defense. I try and do that every game, but just seeing where they're at, seeing where they're not at, and just playing off of that.
Yeah. All right, we've got these hats on, and so I'm going to go with the country theme. We had country music playing, especially in game 2. It was working. I mean, I don't know if it was lulling Texas A&M International to sleep, but our fans like it. I got to ask you, country music, maybe a performer or a song?
Not a huge country fan, but my go-to listen would probably be Luke Bryant.
Okay, Luke Bryant and Brittany Rufus, 2 outstanding performers, I guess you could say. It's fun to watch you, and it's a great win for the Lady Buffs. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Right. We'll bring head coach Michael Mook on, and we'll talk to the winning coach here for the Lady Buffs. Again, 2 wins for the Lady Buffs today, 7-0 and 7-1. Michael, congratulations. You get the wins over Texas A&M International, and I was talking to Brittany about the wind. It definitely played a factor, especially in game 1. Talk about your team, what maybe the adjustments had to be made, especially defensively.
Yeah, I thought, usually we're hitting some balls out of the park. We still had a couple of them, but a couple of them the wind definitely held up. So I thought we did a good job of kind of adjusting and using our running. I thought the wind was blowing in, so it was a little bit harder for the catchers to throw the ball down to second base, so we took some extra bases there.
You talk about taking extra bases and talk about the running. That's another thing that I just talked to Brittany about. Josh told me before the game started today, he said, hey, the Lady Buffs have a chance to break the all-time season record for stolen bases. You were 28 stolen bases away from breaking that record as a team. 8 stolen bases in game 1, 4 stolen bases as a team in game 2. It's a dangerous team whenever you get runners on base, and that's what you did today.
Yeah, absolutely. Our kids just do a really good job of running the bases. They're smart. They make good decisions, and when there's an open base and they can take it, they take it.
Madison Johnson was great today. Thought she did a good job. Obviously, a couple of RBI in game 1, and then she hits one out of the park, a shot there, a 2-run shot. Talk about Madison and how she's developed this season.
Yeah, she does such a good job for us at shortstop every single game. She's just a rock out there that the ball when it's hit to her, even if it's going to be a tough play, it's like you just kind of expect her to make it. And then offensively, every year that I've been here, she's always got hot at the end of the season, and I think she's just kind of starting to ramp up for that right now.
All right, we talked about offense, we talked about the stolen bases, but we have to talk about the defense, Coach. Only 1 run through 2 games. It was solid pitching throughout. We saw a lot of different pitchers, and also want you to talk about Heidi Vortherms because we saw her return today.
Yeah, I thought she did a really good job. Anytime you haven't thrown for a little bit to get back out in the mound and to be as calm and composed as she is, it doesn't surprise me with her, but I thought she did a really good job, and it's really fun having her back out there on the mound. She's just a different look, but I thought all of our pitchers threw really well today, just all the way through the lineup. I thought for us to have as many different pitchers and just a lot of different looks for other teams. I'm sure when we switch pitchers and thinking, okay, here comes a little bit easier, and then the next one comes in and does just as good a job or better.
Coach, last question for you is this team, you're winding down the regular season here in conference play. Obviously tomorrow, another big game here against International at noon. Then you head on the road for a big matchup with Lubbock Christian, then back with Cameron. But as the regular season winds down, what do you want to see from your team going into the postseason play?
I think just the consistency. We've said it all year. We just want to keep getting better. Defensively, that's always been our anchor. As long as we play good defense with our pitching and our hitting, we're going to do okay.
Hey, great job as well concentrating in this interview with me wearing this hat, as this is becoming a staple here for the Lady Buffs. I come out here, I never know what they're going to put on my head, but it's a lot of fun. It was great to see these ladies out here today, and good job for you.
Thank you. Appreciate coming out.
All right, we'll take a break, come back and wrap things up from Schaefer Park. 2 big wins for the Lady Buffs here today against Texas A&M International.